This is interesting because this is a case of a tree. This species, I think, is on the list. I'll have to double check. But it's an example of a tree absolutely in its last moments of life. This tree is at the end of the line. And this is a Eucalyptus citriodora. Eucalyptus citriodora. And you can see it's evergreen. It's a eucalyptus from Australia. It's evergreen. The leaves, there's hardly any leaves, but if you find any leaves that are reachable, you can crush them and it smells of lemon. Let's try. No, it's too old, that one. But the new fresh leaves, if you crush the fresh leaves in your hand, the smell of lemons is very strong. Hence the species name citriodora. Now this particular specimen, I don't exactly know how old it is. I'm guessing probably 50 or 60 years old. But you can see that it's been vandalized, and we can see the trunk of this tree is white in its natural state. Is very, very light, creamy colour, almost the colour of these gravestones, in fact. And so that's what it should look like. And this tree has been gradually over the years getting worse and worse and worse health. Right? But that's been, somebody's deliberately set a fire. You can see that this is all charred, and somebody has set fires at the base of this tree and burnt off the bark. And in this, and we can see here the bark, which should be the living, the living organ of the tree, taking water up to the crown and bringing sugars produced by photosynthesis down to the roots. The bark has been completely destroyed and has peeled off. And this is fire damage, and this is deliberate. I don't know, why or who did this, but I think it's happened several times, because if we look further up, we can see that the bark has tried. The tree has desperately tried to recreate more bark to try and heal these wounds, right? Creating these strange kind of collar of knobs. The tree is desperately trying to repair the damage that's been done. But finally, this is it. It's the end of the line. It's just, I think it's been burnt more than once, and this is the end. This is just wood. Right, this is wood. This cannot carry nutrients and water up, and it cannot carry sugars down. So this is the wood is really only structural. The living tree is the bark on top.
I never knew that.
And we can see, the tree. Actually, each tree is actually an annual organism that grows over the previous year's tree. And that's why when they're cut down, you can see the tree rings, right? The tree gets bigger and bigger and bigger each year. The wood inside is there for structure. It doesn't, the nutrients and the water can't move in the wood, only in the living bark, which is why when somebody does this kind of vandalism of the bark, that's it, the end of the line. The fact that it's got any leaves on it at all, and there's only a tiny handful left, is incredible. I mean, I don't know how it's doing that, but anyway, this tree is at the end of its life, and it's basically finished, and it will now, I don't think it's rotten inside. I mean, who knows? There has been some typhoon damage up there, but I'm sure structurally it's pretty good, but because of the vandalism of the bark, it's dying, or virtually dead now. Eucalyptus citriodora. I will find some healthy ones. I will find some healthy ones to show you, right? Eucalyptus citriodora. But the aging process, and the dying process of the trees is just part of life, and so that's also interesting. Eucalyptus citriodora.